Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, my friends. This is, of course, the one and the only MRC show that never ends. Welcome to your second helping of MRC action here. We are with the Tier 4 boys this evening. We've already seen a hectic race in Tier 3. Are the Tier 4 boys going to give us some more thrills? Well, let's hope so. We're here in Zandvoort. Nice and clear qualifying session for the boys, not exactly like the Tier 1 boys had on Monday evening. If you haven't seen it, do check it out through our YouTube channel and in the playlist as well. Before we get into qualifying though, before we get into all of that, let me introduce the man alongside me, and it's another debutant partnership, I should actually say, for us and for me this week. It's a man who is a Tier 2 compadre of mine, turned competitor, turned rival, but for the next 80 minutes or so at least, we'll put that rivalry, I think, to one side. James Paul Gibbs, my friend, how are you? Hey, this is great. Lovely to have you, mate.
Good. Yeah, excited to see some clean racing and hopefully some weather, because there was a dry race just now. This track normally we're expecting some sort of thunderstorm. So yeah, we'll see what's planned for today.
Absolutely, yeah, that's it. It was a bit stop-start, wasn't it, that last race? And you're right with the weather. You know, Zandvoort, this can bring quite a bit of a mix. Tier 1, I'd say it went a bit damp at the start of their qualifying session on Monday evening. Who knows? We got lucky, didn't we? On Monday, Tier 2, Tier 3 boys were lucky. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, a bit of a shock.
I know. I agree. I really expected it to chuck it down at one point. I really did.
It's one of those tracks where when I see it come up in the calendar, I'm thinking, I hate this track. And then when I'm 50% of the way through the race, the car's just flowing round and you've got a decent setup, you're thinking, I could spend a week on this track alone. So yeah. It's a fun track, but yeah, it's the weather. if that kicks off, especially today, Tier 4, you might have a... Well,
it could be carnage. It could throw the cat amongst the pigeons. However, with the Tier 4 guys, we know they do have more assist. They've got the racing line, which will change as the weather changes to change colour to where they can brake, etc. Full traction control, I believe, and the ABSs and whatnot. So they've got a few more tools at their disposal that they can use to hopefully it'll be handy. But I tell you what's getting a bit busy in the final sector as Heavy T is going to finish the end of his lap. I think he's the second man on a lap because Scottish Marvel's just coming over the line. He does. Let's have a look at Heavy T. It looked a decent lap, a 10.8 for him. A lot of drivers on out already and a few people in the YouTube. So Darth Timms is going to be listening to us. Well, I should hope so as well. In first, while you're on track, Mr. Dennison, hello. And Ashley, of course, as well. Always looking forward to this. So, yeah, a couple of people involved. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already.
Blade Magic just about to set a lap.
Who was that, sorry?
Blade Magic.
Magic, let's have a quick look. Yep, he's just come across the line. 11.0, goes in a second. Darth Timms, 10.2. So... we're going to see, I think, the 9s, I think. I mean, to be fair, we're near enough at last season's pole time. Tier 4 had a Josh Boy, obviously now he's in Tier 3. A 10.0 for him was pole position last time out. And of course, we missed his season.
He got pole in Tier 3 just now, is it, with a 108 something, so...
Oh really? I actually missed. I missed qualifying. I'm not gonna lie. I was out, so I did miss it. Lando goes a little bit quicker. Another of the Mullins brothers. So I don't know. Unless Josh is just sat in his seat. That could be a pop. That could be something that he's done. We do have the. I don't know if you know this. We've got Lando, Isaac, who's currently in the pits in the Williams, and Josh Boy are brothers.
The winner gets first dibs on grub, or
well,
if I did it.
well, we said if somebody has an accident, have one of them just run across the landing, to the other bedroom and punch the other, or something like that. Who shouts to the parents first? Yeah, Josh said he wishes I was. Doing the lap, I presume that is. Yeah, we've got Too Cool for School. Pete is on a lap, on an out lap, so a nice bit of quiet point.
Scottish Mav just about to set, I think. He's looking...
Yeah, Kingsley's actually said as well. He's just put in the YouTube that we could see a mid-9s, and that's a very, very good point, because this track, yeah, good lap from Mav, and a second lap as well on those stuff. So he managed to do a good cooldown lap, recharge well. Because I don't know, did you find this, that during qualifying it's very difficult to keep the tyres alive and recharge?
I was doing double out laps, but
nice.
It just, I don't know, sometimes I might do a mix of the two maybe and see what happens, because on the second out lap I don't know whether I just get bored or like some of the intensity can drop off, so I don't know, maybe. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, because you've got that extra fuel, and then what you want to do with the tyres, and then have you kind of lost interest. It's a weird one to work out exactly what to do. Ashley Basement that was, I guess he bailed on that one.
I'm just worried more with Too Cool School. Yeah, you're right with that. Double out, that's an interesting way of doing it. I've tried once or twice with it, and I'm the same as you. By the second lap, you sort of forget what you're trying to do, and you're sort of right. You get into either qualifying mode, that you've done an out lap, let's go for it, or then you go the other way, as you say, you drop off too much, and then think, oh, hang on, I better push now, and then you're worried about the wear on it, on the tyres and everything. It's a difficult balance to do it, but
the traffic can be a bit of a pain as well, trying to do that. If you're trying to save fuel, you're trying to keep out of people's way, you're trying to stay off the line, you're trying to keep your tyres hot, you're trying to make sure you got enough fuel to get in. It's you can have a bit of a knock-on effect, and then trying to think of all that and trying to get your lap done when it's time. I don't know whether it was the right idea.
To be fair, I mean, Too Cool scores in 8th on his lap, so that was a really good opening up for the Aston Martin man, one of our newcomers, of course, in MRC. I kind of struggled. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I had a very, you could say, fortunate qualifying session. Did our first one, went to the pits to put a bit more fuel in, used the same set of tyres, came to the exit of turn 13 before the banking and got over the curb, went into the Louis Vuitton barrier, lost my wing, had to then pit on
the
that
wall. I hit that one as well, but if you hit that, just try and keep some bit of car for the pits, and you get another go. But I was a hair's width away from ending my qualifying. I think it was the first run as well, so
yeah, I did the same.
Sorry if we've cursed anyone. That's we're talking very specific here about certain incidents, so stay clear, everyone. Don't.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone looks to have been well behaved so far, as Owen does a 12-7 into 17th. I did about 3 or 4 laps on one set of tyres, and I managed to eventually put together a solid lap at the end, and got quite lucky with it, I'll be perfectly honest. I mean, I had enough out laps to go and get my eye in. It just took a little bit longer than I really wanted.
Coming through sector 3 here. He's about half a second up, but I think traffic. He might get a tow actually coming through this.
Yeah, he could actually. He could get a really nice tow off.
He's got a nice amount of battery left as well.
Yeah, not as much as he would have liked though. It's an improvement into third. So yeah, good little tow for McLaren ahead. And that can really help
Boris is up. He's just about to come through as well. Oh, he lost a little bit of traction.
Yeah, but only just up, and no battery left either. Oh, they're getting very wide off their battery depleted. Just goes a bit quicker. over a tenth now quicker than Darth Timms in second place. Look, there's a few cars starting to leave the pits now, halfway through the session. So a couple of people on their second runs, a couple of people getting out there while it was quiet. We're looking at Sniper. He's nearly 4 tenths quicker through the middle sector. Not a lot of battery left though. This is going to hamper him in the final sector and the run towards the line. He's on hot lap as well. A bit snaky out of 10-13. We've seen a few drivers at the top of this banking as well get a bit touchy go, but he's okay. No more battery though.
7th here. 7th.
Yeah,
nice.
Good improvement again. So track rubbering in now. Simba up to 11th as well. Nice to see the Lion King up there. And he's now in the pits. But yeah, it's lovely to see Simba back up and racing once more. Let's have a look. Fire Rooster. What can Fire J do? He's not using the noise build. So who is on a lap? Oh, we've seen who's going to start a lap. It's not Darth Timms. Where is Vans? I tell you what, let's do an onboard lap of this Zandvoort circuit with Vans, one of our long-term drivers, as we go down the start-finish straight down the banking with the DRS wide open, braking about the 60-metre board, getting the car turned in through turn 1 through Tarzan. Don't use too much of the exit curve, use it nicely, line yourself up for turn 2, steady through there. Then we've got the long banked hairpin taking the inside line, and then we've got the long not so straight through 4. There's 5. But if you can, a bit of 6. Line yourself up, spot the turn in. Flat out, dropping the gear to keep the revs high and the momentum going through 7. Turn 8, throw it in there. Now we've got the long turn 9. Braking boards have actually gone as well, so a tricky one to spot the braking point. Now then, flick it to the right on the long turn 10. Important to get a good exit. DRS, there it is, you heard the beep. He's using to get a nice little tow as well from the car ahead. Spot the braking point, start of the curve. 4, turn 11, bouncing over the inside curve very nicely.
Around the traffic.
Indeed, yeah, he does.
Maybe not.
Have that Red Bull. It's
oh no.
Hampering him now on the exit. It is, and the Red Bull went over the top as well.
I heard a clang. I heard something.
Oh yeah, he's had to bail and go in the pits. I think he was hampered by the Red Bull. Not sure who it was. But yeah, that could have cost him. He was a nice steady lap that as well.
Yeah, I forgot to check if he was up. Let's assume he wasn't, just to make him feel better. But maybe he was. It looked a good lap. It was tidy.
Yeah, it was, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, fingers crossed for him. But let's have a look at Darth. He's getting very snaky over the banking, indeed.
Just up.
And Eddie's bailed. Crikey! Went straight on into the pit lane. Fair enough, as you do. Okay, boy, let's have a look at him through the first sector.
Lovely bit of traffic out the way there. That's
yeah, the
10th on the turn in.
Yeah, it wasn't about to take 2 stabs at it.
Nice on the throttle.
Smoggy Ghost, good evening. Looks very nice and neat through 9 and 10.
9 and 10 there, the kind of sleepers on this track. There's about half a second to gain or lose on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 2 tenths up. That's going to put him maybe in the top 3, if you can bring this home.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, good spot. He's got plenty of battery left, which is good as well.
Just enough tow, maybe?
Yeah, possibly. He could just let's have a ride on board. The other car goes in the pit, so it hasn't helped him as much as he would have liked. But it's a 10-1. And he gets a big improvement in the final sector. Great lap from Murky.
It's very tight top 3 there. Is the 10th with 1 run to go.
Yeah, and not too far between Owen and Scottish Mab. And, you know, if we're getting these half a second improvements, the fight for pole, I mean, Kingsley said it was going to be a mid-9s. I don't think we're going to get that. I'd like to see us get to the 9s, though. Because we're nearly on last season's pace. Scottish Map slightly down on his lap, didn't quite improve. It looks a bit cloudier than it was early on, so that'll have an effect, as you know, on tyre warm-up and the overall grip of the circuit. But this is the time with 3.5 minutes to go where people start preparing themselves for a final push. What about Brindle? What can he do?
It's looked neat so far. Negotiating 9 and 10 here. Nice and neat. Yellow flags. Nice passive traffic there at the way.
Yeah, but not a lot of battery left either. Only just a 10th up, isn't he? So, again, using quite a lot of battery. A lot of these drivers I've noticed are using the hot lap function on their ARS, so I think that's might be what's
such a short lap.
it.
Trying to drain the juice out of it.
Yeah.
Medium's okay, but yeah, I tried both. Same lap time, no matter what I do. To be fair, on this track,
I know what you mean.
109.1. That's it. That's all you get. If I hit a wall, I'll get a 109.1 in quali.
You know what? I think I was about that as well. I think a 109.1 or 190. I think
about 5 of us. I think in tier 2.
There wasn't it? It was so close. Yeah, I honestly can't remember exactly what I did. All I do know is I changed setup previously, the day before, hadn't done any TT or anything, so I beat my total time trial time by about a good second, which is always nice.
Yeah, the time trial, I used it to get a little bit better at quali, and then you just find, yeah, the physics, I wish they'd just fix the physics to be the same. Give you different tyre temperatures for the lap.
Yeah.
And then just have them reset at the lap, but...
Yeah, I see where you're coming from there.
And a little bit of tyre wear for the lap, and then back to 0.
Yeah.
Maybe that's too complex.
Oh, wow, we're on board with Boris. Sorry, just... Jeez, he was very quick through 7. Went a bit wide on the entry to 8, and
on that now.
Went very wide indeed. Did well to save it and hold on to it. Owen on a lap. Let's have a look through his mid-sector time. Oh, slightly up the ass. It was the Alpine, I think, of Lando. Just got short-sighted. And that may have hampered Owen. Let's have a look. He's gone wide to the final corner. Got over the curb, got over the ridge in the middle of the curb. And that's a Louis Vite off right now. That's not good at all. He's had to bail. Brindle, a lot of understeer through there.
He's about even now on his lap time so far.
Yeah, I think he's bailed on it now after that. We've done quite a few laps of that set of soft tyres. I wonder if a few drivers are saving some soft tyres, by the looks of it, for the race. Let's have a look at Sniper. So Kieran pushing on. Getting the overtake down very, very early. So maybe using traction control. Of course, available for these tier 4 boys. You can get the throttle down a lot earlier. I don't think I would be able to use it, to be honest. I would still drive like we do normally.
Yeah, the thing is, with the traction control on, when you drive in the wet, all of a sudden it doesn't give you that assist that you want, and it can be a bit of a steep learning curve in the wet, I find. Right. So that's when I sort of turned it off. I was like, well, I'm driving in the wet anyway. Let's give it a go.
Oh, that's it. I actually don't know how
Is he up?
Yeah, he does look quite good, doesn't he? I think it was level-ish for his lap as the checkered flag does fall. For the 4th time this week. Owen said he was up as well on his lap. That's a good thing. Yes, Sniper didn't improve. Where is...
Heavy T just coming through. 10th at the minute, I would have expected...
Oh,
that's a big improvement.
0.42. That beats last season's pole position time. Where's Darth Timms? He's slightly up as well by about a 10th of a second. Next one to challenge. We've got Scottish Mab. And then the 2 Ferraris as well on laps. One of the Ferraris about to finish, and that's Firejet to 15th. What can Darth do? Oh, it's only 3rd on the grid, 5 thousandths
Scotsman's bailed as well.
Ashley coming to finish his lap 2 and a bit tense up. This could bring him closer to its own. So on his final run, it's a good run towards the line, takes the shorter route. And it is a 11.9, stays 18th, but heavy T at the end. It's a Mercedes 1-2 as well. Ian, that's a great qualifying from both of those boys. Tim's in 3rd, ahead of Lando Boris. Vans in 5th, Owen 6th. With Scottish Marv in 7th, ahead of Brindle. 2 Gulf School and Sniper rounds out the top 10. That was quite good at the end of qualifying. Got a little quicker. Pretty good.
A tenth separating the top 4, so it's going to be
wow
toss up. If everyone makes it through turn 1, it's going to be an exciting race at the front by the looks of it.
Yeah, and it's also look at 3 drivers on the 10.4 as well. So yeah, very, very close. Keegan says P10 just loves me. I think he must be P10 last time out tier 3. He said he was mid-pack. So yeah, it's just nothing wrong with that. We see some big pushes as well from that mid-pack. If you get the strategy just right, we never know what can happen. So, quick rundown. The Mercedes boys, top 2 on the grid with Timms in 3rd, Lando 4th, Vans 5th, Owen in 6th, Scottish Mav 7th, ahead of Brindle in 8th, 2 School ahead of Sniper rounding out the top 10, then Blurred Magic in 11th, Maverick Mustang in 12th, ahead of Simba in 13th, then we got Man, Fire J, Metalhead Matt, Owen, Ashley Basement, Isaac, and GXD, of course, reserving at the back. Ashley's still happy with an 11.9, even though he's 18, so he's obviously improving, which is good, Ashley. Love to hear that. So, yeah, Kevin said he's looking forward to the start. Bit cloudy, though. This could change things, depending on the tyre strategies.
Hope everyone's... Well, they'll know if there's rain due, so hopefully people have adjusted their setup accordingly. Maybe
yeah,
not.
True.
A bit slidey.
Yeah, but this is one of those things that this is quite a high downforce circuit, isn't it? Even though it's surprisingly high downforce, I should say. You can get away with, let's say, I'm trying to put it in there, but you can get away with mid downforce, shall we call it? I don't want to give the game away, you see. That's why I'm saying it. But yeah, you can get away with that, but it's generally a bit higher than you think. So maybe that rain, you don't have to make too many changes, possibly. I don't know. What's your take on that?
When you've got a bit more downforce on tracks, you can kind of get away with maybe not having to adjust quite as much. It's like Singapore, for instance. You've got so much downforce on the car already. What are you going to add? So, yeah, just once you're set up, I find as well, if you change a wet, like a dry setup to a wet, I've always just totaled the car. So I try and stay away from adjusting the setup too much, because you get used to driving it a certain way, and then all of a sudden you're in a wall and it's not even raining. You've just changed the setup. So yeah, unless it's torrential, I tend to just go with roughly what I've done in the dry. Yeah,
I'm looking at the same. I up a few bits, up the wings a little bit, but it is that compromise. If it's a wet to dry, dry to wet, you look at when that'll change, and then, as you say, there's bits you change. People change ride heights, differentials, all sorts. But under Parc Fermé, which we are in, it's a difficult one. It really is difficult, because you could be really stuck with that, can't you? There's not a lot you can change with those.
And there's no going back.
That's
if you haven't got enough rear wing,
yeah,
that's it now. It's wet. You're done.
Yeah, I do agree. That is a very good point. Interesting in the YouTube chat, we've got people asking about, is it a 3-stop or a 2-stop? So that's an interesting little bit of a debate going on there, and it's kind of right as well that debate. We've seen one person try a 1-stop in tier 2. Didn't work at the last 6 laps for him, unfortunately. As bold and as brave as it was. 2-stop is generally the way to go if it's a bit cleaner. But it depends on how many safety cars, as someone might points out there. You could see 3 stops.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen safety cars, is it, in every tier so far? So if you
yeah.
I think in my race, I was trying to gamble on the 1-stop maybe, and then all of a sudden it's out the window. So yeah, have a strategy, but it could all be up in the air after 2 laps.
It can. That's interesting. I didn't know.
Did I just make a prediction? There was an inadvertent prediction.
Were you thinking about that? That's interesting. You were going to try and do a 1-stop as well. That's intriguing.
And I never start thinking like I have to do the 1-stop, but sometimes you're supposed to be coming into the pits. You look down at the tyre wear and you're thinking, I'm fine. And just keep going. If you can get another 2 to 3 laps out of it, the hards always tend to behave themselves a bit better than the mediums as well. Like the mediums seem to go quick, and then if you can get on the hards early, no matter what the track, they just seem to hold up a bit better than what you'd expect, I find anyway.
No, I think you're right. Absolutely, you're right there. And it's going to be interesting to see what we have this evening. I think we've got quite a lot of racing to come your way, ladies and gents. And of course, 36 laps around here. Are we going to see any of the wet stuff, or is it going to remain dry? Well, the guys in the chat haven't actually said anything in regards to the weather, so we could be getting a dry race. We have just had the go-ahead, so very shortly we start the formation laps, and then when James and I will be able to go into a bit of delving into, let's have a look at the tyres. Well, there is a bit of a mix there, mate. That's interesting. A lot of drivers starting on the hards. A lot more. A bit of a split, with only Sniper starting on the softs.
I am just working my... There we go, tyres. Oh yeah, Sniper on the soft, so he's intending on going for a tear. Who's he got ahead of him? Too Cool, Brindle, Scotch Mav on hards. Oh yeah, okay, so the soft is absolutely sandwiched between hards everywhere.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be doing an onboard with Sniper just to see what happens the first couple of laps, because something's going to happen, whether it's in front or behind. There's a sandwich there somewhere.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough. He's going to have that warm-up where the hard tyres, we know, especially in these cooler, this is cloudy conditions, they'll take quite a bit longer to warm up. And of course, this is now the track is going to be completely different to what they've experienced in qualifying, and different temperatures, different grip levels as well. Any of those drivers further back as well on the mediums, they're going to be desperate as well to try to make some places up early on. Expect if it's clean and then no safety cars, no stoppages, the softs to go about 6 laps is when we'd expect to see potentially Sniper come into the pits. The mediums should do 10-ish laps before they start to drop off, and the hards could go 15-16 laps potentially. It is all about the potential.
Tim's as well there in third on hards. That's a kind of a strategy I've done quite a few times, where especially on tracks like this, you feel like if there's an early safety car, you actually want to stay out, because all you're going to do is get cars in front of you. And if one of those has a spin or cuts across, hits a wall, you're involved in it. So a lot of people seem to think the mediums is the way to go for safety cars, but when it's that early, you can just clear the traffic. So maybe I'm going to go with Daft Tim's as my pick for the win here.
Ooh, I like that. I like that call. I'm going to go with... I want to look at the Mercedes boys, but I'm going to go with the Alpine of Lando. But let's have a look. We have 4 and now 5 red lights. Tier 4 in MRC. Let's go racing. It's a very even start from the top 2. Darth Tim's got a good start as well. Erky Boy trying to jink to the opposite side. Look at Lando on the inside into turn 1. Erky Boy very cautious as well behind
collision.
his teammate. There is a collision somewhere.
Mid-pack.
Oh, Sniper as well was caught in it. Oh, there's a big collision further back.
Got some rally driving, a couple of people coming on through the escape road. Actually, well done they've survived that.
Yeah, they have actually, to tell you well.
Car.
2 Coops, Big Pete's in it, Sniper's involved in it as well. There doesn't seem to be much damage, luckily, on anybody's car, so it looks like a lot of side plate damage, but yeah, they've
strategy didn't work for Sniper. He's dropped back to 16th.
Yeah, he was involved with that. Brindle as well, too cool. So, Sniper, I think he got involved in it, but got away with it compared to everyone else, and such as the pace difference, they managed to close. But I tell you who actually gained 7 places through all of that. I mean, the GXD gained a lot. Ashley did as well. Darth Tim's, what's happened to Darth Tim's? He's had a moment somewhere. It's all over. Oh, there's an Aston Martin hit the wall. There's lost an M plate as well further back. I think that's Metalhead Matt, it is. He's got damage. We've got cars left, right and centre, but Simba's up 7 places and up into 6, now ahead of his teammate. He's going to have a nosebleed. He's never that high. Oh, Isaac speeding in the pit lane. 10-second penalty. GXD has to pit. He's a higher tier driver, so he had to. And it is a slow pit lane here, and we saw this quite a lot in tier 3. A lot of drivers getting pit lane speeding penalties.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's 30. I go in miles per hour, so it's 37 miles per hour. But
we're British,
why
mate.
so slow?
We have to. Oh, as the Haas of Owen goes wide and takes the 100-meter board. Oh,
he's done well not to hit a wall there, though.
He has, yeah, and not hit the other meter board as well. Simba comes through. Importantly for Simba, he's actually just going
on the inside.
Well, he's got all the dirt in his tyres. It's not going to have the grip. Darth goes through now, so now he just leaves the top 4. Vans, Lando, Erky Boy and Heavy T up there. The top 4 nose to tail. At the end of lap 2, we do have the DRS. Is Erky Boy going to challenge his teammate, or is he just going to quite happily sit where he needs to be? We've got a yellow flag. That's too cool. He's having a difficult point at this time.
We've got a Haas in the wall.
Oh no, it's ONJ as well. And now that's brought out the virtual safety car. Not the full, the virtual. That's only the second time it's come out, actually. Oh, Blood Magic has hit the back of Too Cool. Oh, sorry, he's hit Metalhead, actually. Too Cool now gets a drive through for speeding under the VSC. Wasn't able to drive to the Delta. And I slightly panicked, but it was the kick salver that's in the pits. I thought we had a safety car. I've tried to dissect the last 2.5 laps.
That was a lot.
Yeah, up and down, up and down. I mean, I've got the position changes. Simba up to 5th, ahead of his teammate, who's actually dropped a couple of places. You managed to jinx him, James, so you've done really well so far, buddy. You picked up.
I think I said after 2 laps as well, the strategy can go out the window, so yeah.
Well, yeah, anything can happen. Oh, a lot of drivers speeding under VSC as it's gone green. Who got those penalties? Crikey, I mean, that must have... Wow, we have got 6 drivers on drive-through penalties for speeding under the virtual safety car. That's unprecedented.
I think this happened to me once. Sometimes it's hard to calm yourself down after all the... Especially in the first couple of laps. It's easier to slow down for a VSC when it's sort of 10 laps in. But yeah, when it's all the hustle and bustle and there's cars everywhere, sometimes you just forget to...
Oh! Sorry to interrupt you, but sorry to cut across. Lando and Erky Boy having... Oh, Fire J now as well gets another 10 seconds to add to his drive-through that he has to serve. Yeah, Lando and Erky Boy, a little bit of a collision going through turn 1. Lando got a good run on the Mercedes, wasn't able to make the move though, but you're right. And I also noticed around here, because we had a virtual safety car, didn't we, as well as the safety cars we had. And the Delta time, it really jumps here.
Too much. Yeah.
It's massive, the difference. And there's times where, we're pretty much at a crawl to get back under it. It suddenly jumped maybe 2 seconds, 1.5, 2 seconds in space of half a corner. So yeah, really difficult. And I can understand why some of these drivers have got those drive-throughs right as it ends as well. So I feel for them all, to be honest, because that is so disappointing and so upsetting for everyone. But look at this top 4, pulled away from Simba, who's now got his teammate for company. And look, this Erky was half having a look at his teammate, but using the slipstream to defend for Lando. Vans just about keeping with the second as well in the DRS. We've got another yellow flag. That's an Aston Martin. Round is Too Cool for school. Has had a spin outside of turn 12. So the top boys are actually coming up to lap Blurred Magic. Such is the difference after penalties, after drive-throughs, after extra pit stops. But the top 4 definitely chasing away. Darth Timms has now come through on his teammate. So Simba just is still having a great race. He can't knock what he's doing. I mean, I can. I've known him long enough. He was my former teammate. And we actually won the Constructors' Championship as well in the McLarens way back. I'm going to say it was season 10, I think. But my memory doesn't go back that far. But a few gaps have formed, so it seems to be a little more settled at this minute.
It seems to be separated by the tyres as well. So you've got mediums, top 4. Then the next 4 you've got hards, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mediums. So this could be closer than than it looks initially as well, especially with that safety car coming out. If there is somebody, well, VSC even, if there is somebody thinking of doing the one stop, potentially there's a bit of a gain there.
Yeah, Owen serves his drive-through penalty.
Boris has overtaken someone at some point, is he? Oh no.
Under.
No.
Early on he was started 4th and is now up to 3rd after the issues with Darth Timms. But Darth Timms, now he's through on his teammates, got that clean air. Be interested to see on the hard tyres. These will be in a really good window now as well, the hards. The mediums will feel fine, they're only 5 lap old, as you said, James. They had that chance to kind of cool down a little bit under the VSC. But now, at full racing speed, it's going to be interesting to see what the top 4 can do if they can stretch the legs on Darth behind him. Or are we going to see them kind of tripping each other up a little bit, and then maybe Darth just having that free head to start to close down as Lando goes to make the move into turn 1 to try to take 2nd place. He could even potentially have a look at the lead. He can't quite make that one happen, but Lando now up into 2nd place. And
that's really jeopardised the 1-2 for Mercedes there.
Yeah, same strategies of course, isn't it? But this will be interesting with the Mercedes.
Van seems to be catching as well, actually, Urki, quite rapidly. Yeah. So I don't know whether it's the tyres have gone, but ooh, this is tight.
Yeah, that gap. Yeah, it was 4.8, wasn't it? Now 4.5, 4.4 up and down. You're right there. Yeah, Darth has definitely been able to get those hard tyres set about now. And I think with these little battles that they're having, these top 4 so close. This is where they have to react to each other, isn't it? This is where, just even though they could be sitting quite comfortably where they are, you still have to react. You're still going to get the dirty air. The leader, Heavy T, is going to be using probably a bit more battery with nose around, but now that gap is down to 3.9 seconds in the second half of that lap.
There's a move coming from Vans here, inside.
Yeah, on Erky Boy, but also there's a move for the lead. Sorry, we're trying to get them all. We're trying to get them all on stream. We nearly did do it that close, but Lando keeps to the inside. Lando takes the lead. So both Mercedes losing positions on the start-finish straight under DRS. Heavy T trying a different line. I like that line. That was interesting. He tried to get a slingshot.
Closer to the real line, yeah, but
it is. Yeah,
it doesn't work on the game is the issue. That's the line I want to drive through there.
I'm the same. I think it would be such good fun to do that, ride it around like the wall of death. And yeah, it's unfortunately the physics don't work, you're right, but trying it, there's nothing wrong with that. And he didn't seem to lose any time. He kind of cut back quite well, got the car straight. But now, all changed, top 4, and then only 3.8 behind is Darth Timms. So we're going to have Papaya Machine coming at them as well very quickly, very soon. So doing well in 7th is Maverick Mustang. So another mark. We've got the marks in 6th and 7th. That'll be an interesting battle. I don't want to commentate. Oh, Heavy T coming over the banking. Oh no, and Vance has lost it. Vance is in the wall. He's got wing damage.
Is that going to be a safety car? Maybe. He's still going.
Yeah, he managed to pit. Oh my goodness me. I think he kind of reacted to Heavy T.
Was that coming on the last turn?
Yes, it was, yeah. It was.
Probably had the flap open and it's...
That's a good shout, yeah. And it's quite bumpy as well. If you take a little bit different line, it's a tough one. We saw it in Tier 3. I'm not going to say what happened in Tier 2 in case he's watching, because it was already brought up last time, so I'm not going to mention it again. But it's almost a carbon copy. And that's 3 times now. In 3 different races, we have seen somebody lose the rear coming off the banking, and as you like to say, with the DRS open as well. That could definitely play a big part. Yeah, you're losing the downforce on the rear, and makes
especially
a big,
if you're thinking
difference.
About the overtake, dangling the car in the dirty air. You've got the flap open. You maybe got the boost on. All of a sudden,
yeah, absolutely.
It's raining sideways.
Yeah, Heavy T had that moment. He's now dropped to 1.7 off the back of Lando. Erky Boy still just outside Davis, but look at Darth Timms. That gap has halved. 1.5 seconds. These hard tyres are definitely the stronger tyre at this point. The mediums will start to drop off. They will start to hurt now for the top three. And with the Mercedes boys being that close, this is going to be interesting to see who pits and when, I think, as well. Who's going to play that strategy? Who's going to blink first?
Yeah, I think as Lando, maybe you just want to stay out there and see what happens behind, because he's got a 2-second gap now all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's building, isn't it? Yeah, he's doing quite well. If his tyres are good, might have saved them for a couple of laps. When he was there, Maverick pitted. He was just behind Simba, so he's taken to the pits. He's gone for a set of mediums. I'm not sure what he started on, actually. If that was a set of mediums he started on, I actually don't know. Who's up there now? So Sniper, he started on the soft tyres, got caught up with a bit in turn 1, but was pushing his way through. He's now had his pit
Back
stop.
Up to 7th. Nice.
Yeah, up to 7th, absolutely. He's got Binder for company. Who's at the pitted? It was Heavy T, so the lead of the Mercedes has pitted. But we're going to keep an eye on this because Dart Timms is close. He's going to have a look into turn 1. There's just enough time given, enough space for Murky as well. But the grip difference, you can see it. It's visible, even from this distance. The Dart has a bit more confidence. Well, a little bit wider there. That's a bit dangerous, isn't it? Going over that curve.
If you get stuck on that curve on the outside, it's just like Spa. You just straight line in wherever it sends you. So.
Yeah, you are a passenger. You're right, aren't you? It's a horrible one. That's like 3 curbs here. So yeah, a couple of curbs that it does. It can be really hurtful for you. So Dart just kind of sitting there now, picking his point. You probably want to wait for the DRS, sorry, as Orange is the first man in the 3-second club. Heavy T, importantly, came out behind Simba, but in clean air. He's got GXD behind him, who probably won't fight him too hard. He's on very worn medium tyres, but that's going to be key for Heavy T. Clean air, get the heat into the hard tyres. The undercut is massively powerful as well. It's about, I think, 1.5 seconds, give or take. But now look at this, a second. Oh! Darth was getting the slipstream. I had to dart out because our leader Lando's pitted. And so does Urki as well from second. So now we have a papaya 1-2. This evening we've had the upside down triangles. We've had silver arrows. Well, silver and black, should we call them? The black arrows?
Something that I wanted to bring up is that Audi coming in are going to be the hot take I heard on that was that they're going to be evil Mercedes. So that's evil?
I like that. I like that.
Dr. Evil's Mercedes.
That's a good point. Yeah, that'll be good fun this season. I'm looking forward to seeing how they get on. To be honest, I think it's going to be really good fun. I think it's going to be interesting to see how they progress, their own engine as well. First time, but not a bad time to come in. Brand new engines, brand new regulations. Everyone's in the same boat. It's perfect timing, isn't it?
Yes. The Audi, to be fair to it, it's probably the ugliest car that I've seen out of the lot. Obviously, it's a matter of opinion, but it's
a very boring livery. It doesn't look quite right. No, I agree.
Yeah, it looks a bit like a Victoria Sponge, maybe. That's the look, like a glistening Victoria Sponge.
I like that. I mean,
we've got a 3-way battle here with GXD and Man, and is it 5J?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Just getting the 2 Red Bulls are sliding next to each other. Maybe. Ooh,
yeah, very deep for Man.
GXD's just got the overtake.
Yeah, and it was just out the pits as well, so he'll be starting to get the heat into his tyres. Man should have that heat and the grip in his tyres. But yeah, now we've got Lando's actually pulled a little gap, but Heavy T, 1.9 seconds. That undercut, he's clawed a couple of seconds back. Urky Boy pitting that lap later, dropped now 5.5 seconds back as well. Interesting to see what Vans can do. He's all over the back of Brindle, of course. Had that slide, had that spin, had that damage, had to pit a bit earlier, didn't he? And now he's on the comeback trail.
He's been stuck behind him for at least